Greetings and salutations. It is I, Orem Katsu, and welcome to the channel. Hope we're all doing wonderfully today, and if not, there's always tomorrow. As usual, get that good neck stretch in, lock in. Oh, there we go. That felt good. Play some more Tavern Talk. It's been a bit since we last played, and I'm curious to see where the story is going. If I remember correctly, when we last left off, we had a couple of adventurers come back. We have the thought or the idea that some big bad is using that arcane tower with all the big forbidden spells in it to try to bring the end of the world, if not the universe. It started with the celestial, or what do they call it, primordial whale eating the star and having the heavens fall. Then we had the massive flood from the primordial sea because of issues. And now we have it where it looks like that person is slowly breaking down the, what do they call it? The big tree. Oh, the name escapes me. Oh, it's going to bother me. The world tree. There we go. Or as close as I can get to it. By breaking each one of these sigils, wow, words, that are attached to the different dragons of the world. So I think now they're trying to stop them at some key points because there's the, well, I forget, one or two more dragons left that have to be broken, if you will. One is the one that owns the great axe, so they're trying to stop them by getting a weapon, if not good enough or better. Wow, words are hard today. To deal with it. And I forget what the other one was. Something was at a teleportation area, if I remember correctly. It's been a while, and I've had sleep and adult drinks since then, so the brain's a little foggy on the details. But let's jump into it, and let's see here. Boop. And see where we left off and continue off from there. So everything's looking good. We got audio. That's looking great. That's looking good. All right, let's play. All right, so which one has all about the exact same time? So we'll go off to save one. So we are in Act 3, Twilight Flood. Chapter 22, Twilight Zeneris, the 32nd of the Astral Moon. The cockle-doodle you do. Alright, picking up audio, alright. Oh. Interesting group we have this morning. Oh, quest taken. Good morning. Slept well? That greeting ain't doing you. Ain't gonna do, Inkeep. Give me your best lines. I hear them all today. I'll hear them all today. Hello? Are you fudging me? Sorry, I'm not topping my game today. It's fine. Don't take it too hard. You seem to be in high spirits. So often you get a chance to work on the project of a lifetime. I'm glad you're so passionate about this. Hope you didn't give Lynn too hard of a time convincing you. Once I mentioned Dragonfire, it would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. It was just tough to find her. Didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. I'm not, usually. I can be persuaded, though, with the right soup and company. Ellipses, that is at 4 minutes and 35 seconds. I assume your quest for comfort food turned out successful? Not at all. I was thwarted by the shadow of night. Dearest Rhea, promise we shall endeavor to make shortbread another day, when the sun is high in the sky. Got some more information. And the stores are open. So, Rhea. Oh, here we go. Alright, so we got our third and last paragraph. Rhea grew up in the realm of myths and legends. The subterranean caves, the realm of themselves. Lately, she seems to be warming up to some Gaian company and even teams up with other adventurers. Speaking of warm, she's always down to make some hearty soup, but her comfort food is freshly baked shortbread. Interesting. And we got some highlights we need to click on because OCD. Nope, not there. And where else? Is that all of them? Looks like it. Now we got over here. Alrighty. I'll need to make that sword first, though. Did Carolyn update you on what's at stake? Sure did. Those sigils of Azeroth Zest won't know what hit them when they see my newly forged weapon. The sigils of Alakest. Gesundheit. So I assume you've worked out a game plan? Yeah, more or less. Not like we got a lot of info in that quest of yours. I'm sorry. You worked with what you had. We'll manage. Though, that ever-burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. It sounds exactly like something you need for a mythical weapon capable of saving the world. Heh! Still, are you sure you're okay with reforging your sword for this, Care? Yes, it's the right thing to do. That wasn't what I was talking about. Believe me, I know a thing or two about importance of an heirloom. It's fine. It's just... I wonder if it still feel the same connection to my Baba when I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually, everything she gazed at in life will be gone. Ellipses. Don't you think she'd be looking at the sword of Carolyn the hero? Huh? That was quite a wonderful ring to it. I didn't know your grandma. For reforging that sword with Dragonfire to save the world? I think she'd be mighty proud of you. And I was sure to make the weapon as best as anyone swung this side of the Aether tree. And you have a competition to win, after all. Exactly. I've been thinking all night about what techniques to use. Design ain't exactly final, but I'll finish up during our trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Rhea, are you going okay? You never heard of giving some time to think? Seems you putting off a lot of pressure on yourself. This can't just be some simple run-of-the-mill weapon. And there's so much to decide before starting the forging process. Hidden, quenching, tapering, and the 5 Valarcan heat treatment techniques. And the 5 what? Wait, that could actually work. I'm surprised you still remember those. Certainly, you were very passionate about the method. I'm just stoked to get my weapon made by you, Rhea. If it's you, I know by Baba's sword it's in good hands. Seem to have the forging part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Right. Since we don't really know much about who or what might be guarding the flame, we're taking Hex along. We should encounter any defenses of the magical sort. As for how to get to the Highlands, Clay and Tia couldn't come along, so let's hope Bea is up for helping us with her travel tree thing. It seems like you got your bases covered. You as the main fighter, Ray as the craftsman, Hex and Bea as magical support, and Kyle as... I'm afraid I won't be able to fill a role this time in Keeper. I tried to distract myself, but the mere thought of dear Evelyn hurt and alone, or worse, it struck me with a torment strong enough to make me want to even this undead heart bleed with worry. No matter what transpired between us, all I craved to know is her safe. But to allow my dear friend to march into danger alone was no less distressing. He was almost inconsolable the entire evening. I didn't want to choose one side, only to lose to the other side. That's when I slammed my empty bowl of soup down on the table between us. We weren't going off and die just because he took the eyes off us for a few days. And yet, that very fate had struck me several times in the past. I said, well, taught be damned if you never get to see me master weapon. Doesn't matter if I have to chew my way through that deep tree myself. Heard the dead have a taste for bark anyways. It was as if those words washed away most of the anguish that was ailing my soul. Surely it was a time to believe in the future and to reconcile with the past I left behind. All my most cherished people. As long as I didn't forget along the way. But we found a workaround for that. Flashcards. I just need to pull them out and be greeted by the wonderful cards prepared for me by Rhea and Carolyn, even though they may be far from me. That sounds great, Kyle. There's one about you as well. Oh, I'm honored. Seems like you thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some help from your drinks would be mighty appreciative nonetheless. Anything in particular in mind? The fire resistance seems like it'd be coming pretty handy. And that does sound reasonable. We could focus on agility if we're already going in that direction. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. And add some strength as well, or anything we can't avoid. That and fire resistance should definitely help with forging the weapon as well. Though, that ghost berry I brought you yesterday wouldn't mind some invisibility either. Might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges we end up facing. Concentrating on intelligence to take the full advantage of that sounds like a good option too. Hex would like that. I bet. Knowing him, there's an equal chance of his ideas going right or horribly wrong. If things go south, we need the charm to talk our way out of anything. And this way, dear Evelyn will be stunned by the most captivating entrance. Sounds decent. Some intelligence will also help with figuring out the techniques you mentioned. And my design, I guess. Oh, excuse me, I got the sniffles. Alright, Innkeep. You look like you're busting to help us out with this decision. Is it going to be dexterity with some strength as backup and fire resistance? Or should we approach this with intelligence, a small dose of charisma in case things go really wrong? And some handy invisibility. Well, if you're asking me... Oh yeah, there's a recent update. I forgot about that. Glass is empty. Time to get started. Alright, so what do we want to do? Agility and strength or intelligence and charisma? Let's see. Here, get a sip of tea real quick. Ah, that's hot. Oh, that's good. Part of me is thinking the fire resistance. But you don't need fire resistance of a weapon if you're being smart about it. So I'm probably going to do the smarts. So we had the last whisper, which is a lot of, what do you call it, agility. Let's see here. Silent Owl has no charisma. So we need intelligence and charisma. Well, the Sparkling Nebula fits the bill. 3 intelligence, just enough charisma. Surprised we don't have nothing else that works as well. I mean, we have the Peak Sunrise, that's 3 and only has 1. Let's see what the Ghostberry gives us for an option. So, it gets rid of agility. I guess Sparking Nebula. Can't go wrong with the classics. Alright, the Sparking Nebula. Nice to see you there. So they recently had an update with the Among Us group, so you'll start seeing these little boogers around. And then our button has been replaced with this button. So, some sparkle on top. If you want to forge the weapon properly, you might best reserve your strength. Also, anyone guarding the flame should be pretty invested in the dragon's well-being. So here, to solve the challenge ahead of you cleverly. I appreciate it, Innkeeper. I think this will put us on the right track. With that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are going to go grab Hex. Or let him go check on his ex-wife. You get Bea? Sure. Good. Alright, that's it, Innkeep. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Ellipses. Mind the creaky step on your way out? Yeah, fair. Fare thee well, dear innkeeper. Ellipses, back to you. Kinda weird, isn't it? What is? There's gonna be a battle for the fate of the world? But Elfie ain't here, ain't even here to worry themselves stupid about it. Huh. They'd love this, I think. Not the impending doom, but all the stuff getting together to defeat evil stuff. Make sure to tell those guys heading to the Twilight Portal to keep an eye out for them. Will do. Good. So it's time for me to head out as well. Stay safe, Lynn. Always, innkeeper. Little annoyances. Yep. You're back, and you're back, and you're back as well. Innkeeper, we have returned. I can see that. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. So I'm surprised to see you here, Jade. Yeah, well, Miss Holier Than Thou dragged me along. Some fudge about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest in our plight when we were talking to Inako. I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking how much you'd pay, and you said nothing, so I said no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. Ellipses. You have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Inako and I are eyeing something, but I guess I got some time to kill. Perhaps Inako can cause chaos on their own then? Perhaps Inako can help as well. We can call chaos on his own. Helpful. Maybe he can help too. They better. Not sure if I could deal with the princess here alone. No need to deal with me. I can handle myself. I'd love to have Inako on the team. Never get his voice down properly. Me too. So you ever written us a quest, Innkeeper? I have. Take a look. Quest taken. Excellent work. I knew you could. I knew we could count on you. Let me have a look at that. You just have to catch the guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We can even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You can sneak, big guy? I can do a lot of things. A few years back, I spent time with some lithic panthers to show me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. Seems a bit rude, you know? No, I don't. But I think the situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed, it does. And for a little more manpower. You're right, Innkeeper. We should ask Inako for help. Also, Hex suggested taking Voy along. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm, should our quest lead to that. Apparently he has a family there, though I hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested and they'll be reckless at taking inexperienced adventurers along. They also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. Backup that backup. I think they just wanted an excuse to do some research and to stay away from the bloodshed. I mean, I can't blame them. Melly really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. Is he coming himself? Of course. Made these two ask him before we got here. We need good fighters, and kid's got some talent. I hope he said his goodbye properly this time. Fairland made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my whole life. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long, a couple of weeks now? Sure. So listen up. We make it to the Twilight Portal by the moon pools, and we stop our big bad evil Fudger from going through. If we fail that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm into Ur. And we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. And if that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. That sounds like a good plan enough. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course. Now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in this world, we count on your help. Can we count on your help again? Yeah, sure. What do you need? Easy, we just need to be quicker than the maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should be the first to attack him, all while dodging his counterattacks. Outspeeding him seems like the smartest option here. You're wrong. It is foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him, so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Don't be stupid. If we're fast enough, he won't even get a chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again when you're lying in a pool of your own blood. Woo, vicious. Okay, maybe we need both. It's just a balance that counts. We can focus on a whole lot of defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. Maybe some of that fast infusion thingy could make up the difference. I could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great. Alternatively, you could give us a whole lot of dexterity instead, with just a little bit of defense on top. And to make sure we don't get hurt, you can also give us some of that frost armor Scully says he wants to try out someday. Sure thing, I've got enough frost pine cones left for that. I don't think Jada T can make a decision without bloodshed, so could you help us out? Of course, I know just what to do. Do I really? A sip of tea. Great for the throat. Pet Andu. Alright, so what are we going with? Either going defensive speed or speed with defense. See, personally, me, I like the speed. And then we need the, was it the frost icon? So is it the frost pine cone? Yeah, alright. So let us go with speed. Alright, so what we got that has a bunch of speed and a little bit of defense? Well, Last Whisper. Last Whisper makes me feel, you know what? Bunch of speed. One thing of defense and has the frost thing. Let's run with that. Let's get it in the glass. And just a little dash of intelligence. There you go. Last Whisper. Really? You never go wrong with dexterity. Plus, you'll be able to show off your cool frost armor when his blade shatters against it, or whatever. I knew you make the right choice, Innkeeper. There is no right choice, Jay. You both wanted the same thing in different proportions. And you choose the cooler one. Or the more reckless one. I'll wait aside. Catch up with me when you're ready to admit I was right. Alright, Clay, let's go. Clay? You should. Are you okay? No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared? Of what? All of this. The fate of the world is a very heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? What if I can't protect you and the others and the world and all the ferrets and... Clay, stop, please. For a moment, just stop. Ellipses. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I've meant to save people, and if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist, even if you don't save everyone or anyone. You're not some mythical savior, you're my friend. And you're mine. And I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. Doll. Is she wearing the bracelet? Because he still has his bracelet on. I don't see hers on anywhere. You taught me how to value myself as a person, despite all the weight on my shoulders. I wish I could do the same for you. I promise you, together we will get through this. And we save each other and our friends and the world and all the ferrets. And the innkeeper while we're at it. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate being included. You're enough, Clay. Here's a powerful motivator. Use it. You're enough, Clay. And you don't have to worry that you're not. And you too, Tia. Don't think I'm excluding you. Wouldn't dream of it. Ellipses. Having you two believe in me is all the strength I need. Can we still hold hands on the way there? So it's a little less scary? Of course. Oh, you dirty, dirty little things holding hands in public. And remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet will always tell you exactly where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite your impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. You just get lost looking. Maybe I'll have to ask Jade for help. I do that for you. Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend. Oh. So are you. Alrighty then, Bud. Let's do this together. Best of luck. We won't need it. Yeah, we got some more information for Clay. Alright. He cares as much about the people around him as he does about all the animals he meets. He knows his own strength and how helpful his abilities are, but that also puts immense pressure on him. He wants to protect everyone, but even a half-giant can only do so much. Still, it's good to see him believing in himself. Alright, the plans are in motion, the gears are... Hello! You must have made them some really good drinks, Innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. I've tried my best. I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hex to the ever-burning flame. Oh, Melly too. She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all this. I think what might help me right now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. I guess something with the intelligence. Yep. Well, we got the Silent Owl. We have the Peak Sunrise. What else I got? Sparkling Nebula. Let's do the Sparkling Nebula. Can't go wrong with the classics. And then 2 of this, I believe. Yep. Sparkling Nebula. That is a very jarring beep, little buggers. A delicious thought detangler just for you. I don't think I ever tasted detangler as delicious as this. You've tasted detangler? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think any more magic enters my system, I'm going to eat the sun. On another topic then. I've heard you formed a research team. We did. Obviously, Grace and I are the leaders. We also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work. Yeah, what a great excuse to help. She insists that we don't call it helping. Of course she does. Rufus is helping too. His wool is so soft it calms everyone down. I wish Dave would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'll be back soon, so... And he better keep that promise. What are you looking into anyway, Melly? Melly mentioned spells. Are those the ones Hex found at the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. He stayed up all night decoding their formulas, but... as soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So, I picked them up. Also, we were rudimentary. All things we already have in our spell books. But 2 struck out to me. Care to educate me? Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Ooh, soul binding. Hex brought home a glass case with a glowing floating scroll inside, so that's a special one. Okay. After he got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. A riddle lock case and protective runes. Seems like someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. It describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Oh, like a Horcrux to make liches. Completely volatile magic, and dangerous, I assume. Been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it may have. I mean, having your soul ripped out of your body would be one big side effect. So I convinced Hex not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Sounds difficult. I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll? The other scroll. One of the scrolls he found holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now, I found myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hex finds it boring. He picks up the scroll because he assumes the golden runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess he didn't have enough fire for him. More special than a soul binding scroll? No, but still special enough. I think, if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in Astria with incredible accuracy. Even to protected places and other planes. But I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their bodies. So you'd think it'd kill the caster. Almost certainly so. Still has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it? Well, best of luck to you. Thank you. He also brought back a lot of the wizard's personal notes. And we got some more information for Grace. There you go. Grace is probably Voyard's biggest fan. From time to time, she argues with her brother because to her he seems very controlling, even though she's more than capable of casting protective spells. But now she has her hands on two very powerful, yet dangerous, spells and is determined to figure out how to use them. Diaries such retelling of his exploits, of his hopes, dreams, and fears. When I have some more time, I think I might be able to deep dive into who he was. Maybe I can even put a little exhibition together. If Voy and Inoko let me borrow some of those magic items. I doubt they'll dare refuse you. I hope not. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. But first I need to finish this research. Just because if we figure out what to do, if it's just nice to have something to do, is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories. He's trying to figure out whether he can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat. Maybe he can duct tape them back together? I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Spaghetti. Ooh, spaghetti. Specifically, I've been looking to who exactly the necromancer guy could be. Clay said he knows some flowers on his armor, and I think that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or there's zombie flowers. Or he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, and then we can figure out his weaknesses. Not that we'll need him, because Dave and the others will. What did he say? Kick his abs? But looking into it makes me calmer? Yes. They'll be alright. Right, innkeeper? The zombies aren't going to eat them, like they ate my parents. They won't. They'll all protect each other. They'll come back for you. I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much. I know I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Carolyn, and Fable come back? That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again. You're not alone anymore. You are home. I think so too. Enough dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Dave. Just less repress and Dave. Okay. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on our research tomorrow, Innkeeper. But first, we're going to get to a lot of ice cream. Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Oh? Save some for me. We'll try. Let's sip of tea. Una's making ice cream. Interesting. Oh, welcome back. Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. I figured you went home without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that, my friend. I ended up finding those golden loon feathers quickly. A little help from Voyage. With everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things with you, though? You don't need to say much for me to know what the facts mean. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in limbo. Like dancing the edge of a blade, one wrong move and it's all over? Something to that degree. Would it help if I asked you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? The sweet, sweet embrace of alcohol? What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Ooh. Here. After all I heard, you might need it more than me. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Hot chocolate, eh? Hot chocolate. Perfect for the cold nights of the winter solstice or days when your heart just needs a little warming up. Quincy's hot chocolate will have your spirits reinvigorated in no time. This hot cocoa with a dash of cinnamon quickly returns the feeling back to your chilled bones. And, maybe, will make you feel a little less alone. So we got speed, defense, and a little bit of intelligence, and that's not too bad. Now, go on. Make me a drink. This one, or another. Whatever you like. You know what? We're going to make the hot chocolate. Whatever they want to last me. So let's make the hot chocolate. So what can we throw in there that will help out? I mean, that helps. Nope. A little bit of that should work. Alright, so let's top off with 2 of speed. So there we go. Already have 1 of that. A little intelligence. And just a wee bit of, we call it defense. 1 hot cocoa. Drink master mix every drink at least once. Nice. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hand and hearts are warm. My 2 hands, 1 heart. Try again. My hands and heart are warm. If you have 2 hearts, it'd be interesting. Want to sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. It certainly is. Thank you, Innkeeper. Of course. Ellipses. So, how are you? Loaded question, huh? I'm losing my mind. Understandable. It feels like a underreaction. It feels like there's a million different emotions whirling around in my head, almost none of them good. And if they are good, my worries twist them to something horrifying. That doesn't seem fair. I don't know if emotions can be fair or unfair. Either way, it's good to feel things. Reminds you that you're alive. I'd like to feel a little less. We all say that, until we suddenly do, and then we wish we weren't so empty. Isn't it good to care again? To have people you want to be well? Maybe. I don't think I'd care again. I don't want to, but it just happened? Yes. Just like that, without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes it just wants friendship. But I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things are on the line now, perhaps more than you bargained for. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons? Your friends? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Funny. Funny how? Didn't you swear to me you were done fearing death, that you had nothing left to lose? I don't know, I wasn't there for that conversation. Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. I'll keep my "I told you so" to myself. I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help if you know that you all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss comes with the reward of love. You can't lose something without having loved it. And so you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter, and ones that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed cycle at any time. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. I forget how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. I hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course. Please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. I'll try to remember that. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so... don't let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. I like Quincy. Why don't I get a catchphrase? Why don't we? Oh well, guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennia. How old? What is our character's backstory? We seem to be old as all get out. Hello there. Armor, flowers, ominous letter. Look at that. Look at that. Hello. Greetings. Catch up with your past. Greetings, traveler. Ellipses. Nice armor. Is it new? No. Does it seem familiar? The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? I'm back at you. You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd long gone by now. After all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. Though your visit is making me consider moving soon. It is not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually, the past will catch up with you. I figured. What brings you here really, Quasar? You know, this and that. I paid Morrow Castle a visit. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing, trespassing. You broke in? I wouldn't phrase it like that. Burglary is incredibly impolite. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on their door. Unfortunately, vampires these days don't have no hospitality. The lady of the house greeted me with a snarl and slammed the door in my face. Not like that stopped me, but I found it quite rude. So, did you break in? Obviously. as a last resort. There was something I needed more than manners. As expected, she wouldn't give up her precious relic freely. So you killed her? I would have, but no, the rat escaped. In the blink of an eye, she disappeared in mist. I always considered that to be a vampire's most annoying skill. But at least I got what I wanted. And what will that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. What? Being nosy? Something like that. I get to hear a lot of things these days. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets. Don't manipulate, I listen. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have you, Quasar Dustbringer, would want? Just a little blood. Ingredients for the execution of the Grand Dragon. Oh, Grand Design, excuse me. We were never ones to make big plans. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? It seems like it was pretty easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Yet you're hiding. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? To throw your accusations around? No, I guess I just wanted one last chat now that everything's come to an end. And I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. So, how are you doing, friend? I'm worried the world we know will end. I'm full of hope and a better tomorrow. I'm full of hope. Me too. I'm just afraid that we're hoping for different dawns. And we might be. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? Well, it's my job. And my tavern is open to everyone. Your protective spells beg to differ. They let you through, though, didn't they? So, how about a drink? Then you can tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure. Let's see if you still know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. Fudge, what are we making? Oh, relax, Andy. It's okay. Alright, so we want something with a lot of charisma, huh? You know what? I think I am going to... see here. There we go. I'm going to look something up real quick here. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's a secret hidden drink. Let's see here. Let's see here. Do I have something called First Snow? Yes, I do. Thousand Winds. I think I have all the drinks, honest. No, there's still 3 missing drinks. So, hold up a second. I have the Sparking Nebula, Southern Brawler, Spoken Heart, At the Frosted Lagoon, I have the Sunny Breeze. I have the Steel's Courage, Thousand Winds, Peak Sunrise, Steel Tonic, Silent Owl, First Coffee, Last Whisper, and Quincy's Hot Chocolate. Then I have the infusions. So are these just placeholders? Interesting. Hold up a second. Correct one other thing real quick here. Yeah. Continue the site. Yeah, that's all the drinks. Okay. So I'm not missing any drinks, so there's no hidden drinks. All right. So you want something with a lot of charisma. I mean, what do we got that's fancy? Well, there's 1,000 wins. You know what? We'll throw 1,000 wins. All right, what we got that would help? We'll throw that in there. We'll throw 2 of these in. We'll throw 1 of that in. And then I believe 2 of these should be sufficient. Alright, what am I missing? Nope, I put too much speed in. What are you going to do? Maybe something a little take off the edge for you. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 1. Are you not even lifting up the little sign to let me know? Okay. Alright, off it goes. How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. I assumed you're in a mood I assumed you are as good at abandoning memories as you're abandoning people. Ouch. It seems like people are right about one thing, though. That would be... your drinks can influence fate. They can't save people, but they can't push them in the right direction. Alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. I simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavors? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble. How awfully morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing's changed. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what a little entropy would do. I help. You help. Sure. You always like to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, that's so. I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. I was alone. And by the end of it, when nothing was left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted with my life turn on me like that? How dare they leave me without nothing but the stars, staring at them alone? Wondering whether the blood could even wash off. And how, by the dragons in their false light, is all you've done with your freedom, this dastardly achieved freedom, this? There's still blood on our hands. It took me way too long to realize that I didn't have to give up, that I'm not like you. That it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon the stars rain and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open the gates to the new tomorrow. A new horizon, unhaunted by still ghosts. Quasar? Innkeeper? Why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The one I knew would have agreed. The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless and some decisions aren't easy. Decisions are quite easy if you set your mind to it. Say I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the start of the rain upon Gaia. An ambitious task. I could decide not to do and abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity or scared of the consequences. But no, instead I choose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. It truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. I wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's side? To never be alone again? We did. Didn't they deserve the same? They did. Then why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing. We meant nothing to you. The home we built, it meant so little. That's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life, watching the stars? No, there aren't any anymore. It's better that way. It means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain. Like that. So naive. So stupid. It meant everything to me, alright? Don't lie to me! I've seen through your charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now that they lie at our feet. A declaration of your failure. An effigy to your cowardice. A demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even your little replacements. Soon there'll be no more but a fading memory on the horizon. Feels familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive indeed. But should you ask yourself for how much longer? And if the time comes, will you run again? No. But you sent them on their debts, did you not? I sent them to stop you. I'm aware. Which reminds me, I have to leave soon before your little pawns interfere with my threads of fate. Gertrude, come on. It's time to go home. Why can't they click? Oh, the bird. Huh? Interesting. Here to explain? I sent you a little compensation so you wouldn't be so alone, but I need her back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. You don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Anyway, I've got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation, the offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see you haven't changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. It's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. Oh, we got character creation Quasar now. Get sip of tea off as well. He's the last one in the line here. Quasar Dustbringer. Human. 58. He, him. Paladin. Background in Majocracy. Chaotic Evil. Arcana the Devil. I wish he wouldn't have come. And the bird goes with. Well, that was a stressful day. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. Chapter 23, The Wheel of Fortune. 34 for the Astral Moon. Nice rainy day. Good morning, innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? Well, we did a lot of it. That sounds good. Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here. None. Archie, I told you already. It might be the bestest detective in Fiosa, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously. Because our friends are super strong and awesome. And we're super smart and awesome. And everything is awesome, okay? But we should still focus on backing them up. I'm sorry, seems I can't help but gather material even now. You are a very impressive detective, and I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. That what I think it is, Detective Molina? I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? A severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really, it's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that will boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient zero. Alright, toughness here. We'll just throw the, we call it, steel tonic at them. Alright, what they got to give me a whole bunch of defense. Let's see here. Really? I need a little bit of speed, so that's not going to work. I guess this will work. So just one shot of speed. And a little bit of fight. And then a whole bunch of defense. Alright, one steel tonic. May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write a novella about the superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realize. How can I repay? Repay? Rishmay. You should just bear your worries silently. Oh, you shouldn't have just bear your worries silently. Completely opposite. I would accept an update on your research as a compensation. Certainly, we're happy to oblige. Though my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. Now that sounds exciting. It might have been, if not managed to find a hint of anything useful. Exilibrary is nothing but a legend. Exilibrary, okay. The Lance of Logninus might be real, but it proved impossible to track its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword Balmor. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. You wouldn't have known there was any other weapons if you haven't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh? Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look at who this weird bad guy really is. With a plan like his, he can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais what? It's just so mustachy twirly malicious. I bet he has a mustache. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. If we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like a lover? Exactly. Once you know their identity, we can find them and... Wait, no. I don't condone kidnapping. Maybe we could just tell them about the evil stuff the guy is doing and they could give him a really long lecture? had to sneeze there. Okay. Missed that part. Hold a second. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier it is for victory. Oh, hold up a second. Do I have to go back a page? Or maybe that isn't the best idea. Okay. But this guy is like a ghost. No one's even seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him even super recognizable, with the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean. The ones Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me absolutely nothing. Besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. We're biting our tongue a lot. Then I got an idea. What about the other well-known necromancers? Maybe they have a repeat offender on their hands? No one really seems to fit, though. I was really, really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remember all that stuff about these sigils. That word. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug into that file out of my pile, and yes. If the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back when he must have faked their death and rebrand themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. Thank you, Siribot. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the relation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing! Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Fudge! I can't believe we couldn't find anything. Yes? Who taught you that word, Melly? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, I did. I asked the question. Oh well. What are you planning to do now? We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet? That's why we brought some of our researchers here with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this? Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Yep. Thanks for letting us set up here. Okay, I'll be in the back. Bye. Oh, okay. I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. Well. Oh, hello. Well, don't you look chipper. It's good to see you too, Una. Can you spare me the pleasantries? Long day? Nah, I was just really into all this research mumbo-jumbo. I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group. Ha! Your info-gathering game is getting weak, Innkeeper. I just chose the activity to be a least hassle. Too much exercising, good for the old retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that now, do I? Before you get another word in out of me, though, I need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring back your strength, huh? I gotcha. Something with a bunch of strength. You know what? Coffee for you. Curse coffee, no less. Nope, need a little bit of intelligence. I need a little bit of that as well. Yeah, we'll throw this in here. Alright, let's max that out. 2 and 3. And then some intelligence. And there's your cursed coffee. Oh, that beep is a jarring. Here, for that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. I feel like I'd be crocheting gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more of those adventures stashed away in the back of your rooms? Oh, venturers, excuse me. Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is the key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeeper. As for their research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that breaking the sigil did is pretty much irreversible, as expected. That teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by a good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? Like killing you, right? Like killing you instantly. Exactly. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? They're taking it in stride. Whether they're just too stubborn to give up, I'm not sure. Sounds like them. What about you? Me? All this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. These kind of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. I lived my life. I made my choices. Now I'm just doing what I want either way. If the end of the days come knocking and I'm on my porch crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people trying to avert the doomsday scenario. Ugh. I can't believe I had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No, thanks. Unfortunately, you got a point. I guess I got swept up in this a little bit. Sure is weird. What is? Carrie. Not like I need to be elaborate, preaching to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Heh, sure, whatever. Let me just ask you this. Are you, or as you are, will you have no regrets when all this is over? Couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in I'll leave you to complete that one, I guess. You got the last info for Una, I'm guessing. Yep. For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares, or that the doomsday scenario scares her, seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page-turner. Are Melly and Archie here? In the back. I'll go see the youngins need some company. Neat. Alright. Oh, I got, what do you call it? Guivre? Guivre? Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. Ellipses. Double ellipses. Good afternoon, innkeeper. Does afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. The floor should be able to endure this just this once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Bea. We made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. I can make some soup. We should be good for now. Thanks, Bea. Where are you headed, Bea? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Stay safe, Bea. Ellipses. Spit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from that mountain. It's just, I feel bad, alright? So, this doesn't sound too good. Isn't it that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, they have the others came back yet in Keep? They haven't. It's a wasting game then. Oh, it's a waiting game then. Oy, words. Great. My favorite. Alright, Inkeep. This is where you come in with a drink. I'm going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fella. And which of my drinks would you like aid of? Not sure it can help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from the disappointment might do. Certainly. Alright, something with protection, huh? Well, you have our skill tonic, but I think they need a little change of pace. First snow. This way I can tell them to brush it off and it'll be alright. Always, now we'll do the first snow. Alright, so let's see here. That should work. So we'll smack it up with a whole bunch of defense. So there's the defense. We have one, and we just need a little bit more speed. First snow. Hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Thanks. This takes the edge off. I didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you a drink as well? I'm fine, for now. Count me in, Innkeeper. I really want to think about it. Or perhaps understanding where we fail wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll see what I can do. Alright, what am I making for you? Something with intelligence. Well, Cursed Coffee doesn't have full intelligence. Well, I don't want a Silent Owl. Peak Sunrise. Let's see if we can increase their mood. Alright, so we need 2 shots of some speed. A little bit of charisma. And I'll finish off with some intelligence. There you go, Peak Sunrise. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42! What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. I bet the writers did. But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really budged. Was it that bad? I don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured out something else by now. We'll probably have some quests in store for us. Plan C, D, and maybe X? I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully is still at it. But from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Come on, Innkeeper. Stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Ellipses. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the Innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon. And now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi! You might be close to overstepping there, wizard. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. X. Sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach us in first. At that point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry. Not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? As long as you realize that yourself. While we eat for the others, I guess it's time for another story, Innkeep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. We said goodbye to Kyle, he cried, and then we left for Marrow Castle. Soon after, Kier and Bea picked us up. They just stepped out of the tree right next to us. Bea was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pals with the Yeti and never gotten the opportunity to visit. Oh. And then, whoosh! Whoosh? Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by a nice, lush wood, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highland was so fast, it was barely worth noteworthy. It was impressive. I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, but I suppose such a feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And then you had to keep babbling to Bea about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disorientated. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Care looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that no one knew their words. It was clear that no one there knew anything. Thank you. Even though we still had no idea where to go, we left the village. That's when Bea let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded something like this. Yep, that's definitely a sound. Thanks. Really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insist I stay to tell the tale. And then there's Melly. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Linny. Good to see you, Melly. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. So, they let us scream. We had no idea why she did, but before we could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Hair almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Bea rushed forward. I almost attacked Bea's pen pal. You actually met the Abominable Yeti? Really nice fella. Also pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. When they did, I noticed their well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out they got it from the temple. That really got the Yeti talking. We learned a bunch of things about the temple's jewelry, making business. About how anyone approaching this stronghold unannounced would be seen as an enemy. Which is a horrible way to run a business. The Yeti explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed on the premises. They didn't want to help us get in, though. Something about getting their jewelry buying rights revoked. But at least we knew the way, and soon, with that invisibility finally kicking in, we saw it before us. Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking, I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all that sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted right over all that rubble. Guess we did to get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course. A gigantic, wet slab of stone in weathered conditions. There's one thing I know about this sort of thing, is that gates like that are super inconvenient. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in through the main gate anyways. No, with the invisibility effect from our drink still active, we started to check for any other points of entry. There was so much rubble, we figured it must have been somewhere for us to slip through. Well, there wasn't. And I was already starting to feel the itch of the invisibility wearing off. We were running out of time. Come on, tell the innkeep what you decided we should do next. We might have tried to scale the temple walls. I mean, we made it close to the top. But then the stone started to crumble right under our hands. Hex was the first to fall, but it didn't take long for us to follow. So it's good to fall with a wizard that can cast a spell to slow our descent, rather than break our necks. And here I thought you guys just wanted a big group hug. If you want more group hugs, maybe cast a spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh sure, I try to practice spell casting while following at terminal velocity more for next time. Well, you did manage it before we turned into a big puddle of adventurer soup. If only we had to manage to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know the creatures that big lived out there. Me neither. Right next to us, where what we could have thought was a snow-covered mountain, an eye as big as hair opened up. It was the guardian of the temple. It slowly lifted its massive head and we realized that the mountain path we had been walking on earlier was no path, but a body of a Gyvier? Its snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white iridescent scales. For a few moments, it just stared us down. The gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. But I wouldn't have given to work with that opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The Gyvier unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against its body and rose into the air. An attack position, Sippity. It struck with such speed we only avoided it thanks to Kira's quick reflexes when she pushed us into the snow. All I could think was I didn't want to fight it. Not again. When it was getting back into position for another strike, I screamed our intentions out. I couldn't imagine the dragon's guardian would be indifferent to our objective. It didn't seem to care much about it, though. Or it didn't hear us. I didn't want to give up. We had to communicate with it in a way that it couldn't ignore. So we choreographed an expressionless dance. Excuse you? No. I mean, not really. Well, what would have that been? But that would have been a lot funnier. In any case, instead of trying to fight, I told the others to get moving and get our message across. By writing it in large letters in the snow. Ever try to stomp out letters while a giant reptile is attacking you, innkeeper? Heck of a core workout. I think I developed muscles where no muscles should ever develop. Watch out, you may become the first wizard to complete a push-up. And did it work? The push-up? No, the writing in the snow thing. Wasn't sure at first. When the attack stopped, I saw it looking intently at what we had written. Then it launched itself in our direction again, but instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted up on top of its head. I thought we were ascending to Taut's realm for a second, not gonna lie. But instead we were just lifted up higher and higher into the air. Towards the temple. Soon we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. Guardian must have understood us after all. Because it was taking us to the only place I could imagine the flame to be. Soon we were close enough for us to jump down from the Guardian. And then I saw the altar. Double ellipses. What did you see? More ellipses. That's the thing. We saw nothing. Huh? Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We're so foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. Flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the highlands. I should have known that eternal flame was too good to be true. It's all such a waste of time. You can imagine our shock at what we really saw, Innkeeper. Your realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to will against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priests haven't reached us yet. It was just the sound of the wind and the crushing disappointment that we were all feeling. The guardian didn't need to say a word. I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling, they couldn't compare to the grief of the guardian's eyes. Eventually, we were joined by some of the priests who confirmed that we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship on the day of the flood. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priests offered us. A warm meal. I think they felt bad for us. There's community in shared grief. They were pretty interested in the sword of yours as well. Considering everything we've learned in the last few days, the minor naivety of it feels hardly noteworthy. I'll cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I'll also just glad that it's all that remains of mental of my grandma. It was to think we could try to revival her feats. I didn't expect you to talk to the priest for so long. I'd never seen you for so forthcoming before, Rhea. And exactly every day you get to see that kind of smithing mastery on display. The jewelry those priests were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight dripping. No. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when Niniko says it. That level of craftsmanship is to be expected of Ur's people, I guess. They were really generous as well. Practically forced those opals upon you. In that blueprint. You're misunderstanding that one, Kier. That was for Yi. It's a sword's blueprint that's been passed down since the conception of that temple. A form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Then they wasted it. I know you won't hear it now, but if you ever feel different, it'd be an honor to forge it for you. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Bea seemed unbothered. We'd head out to the courtyard. There was slowly but surely she grew a whole tree. Its branches were stark white and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterwards what kind of tree it was, but she just replied it was the dream of the soil. Don't know what that means. The priest looked very touched by its appearance. But we needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. We stopped by Bea's and then headed over here. So that's it. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. You were going on and on about all this all the way over here, too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. Wait for your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? Our problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Not fine. Not fine. What's going on? What broke? Ellipses? Exclamation point. Ellipses? Exclamation point. Ellipses? No exclamation point. So that's triple ellipse. Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What about mailing the others? I need to... I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. I know this is a hard time for us all. But I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. You. It's getting late. There's always room for you upstairs if you get tired, Lynn. Late? It's like still sunlight out. What do you mean late? It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures? Last dawn. Oh, they're back. Welcome back. Keep it. Okay, good to see you too. Ellipses. Where's the others? Oh no. Iniko's outside trying to calm Voy down. Oh, it's Dave talking. We didn't want them to throw up in your tavern. Did he have a panic attack? I hope Tia isn't giving him too hard of a time about it. Ellipses. More ellipses. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Don't tell me this. No. 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 I refuse. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Slow ellipses. Gone. She's gone. She left? No, she's dead. She can't be dead. You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. The fuck? I'm sorry. That's awful? Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No, we got away just in time. That's good? What about Fable? Did you see them there? Is the chasm, maybe? No, we didn't find them, though. What? I found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They're all engraved with the pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. Ellipses. I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink we could be okay. What do you mean? You didn't make them a drinking keeper? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I hope it wouldn't stop them from going. Nothing had ever stopped Fable from helping people, you idiot. I realize that now. You should thank the dregs. I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regretted it well enough. Don't you worry. You better. If anything happened to them. They end up like Elithia. I know, me too. Ellipses. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We could have been taken with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? And it. Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. Alright, you three. Calm down. No need to spoil more blood. Please. Just tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her, and that's all that happened. Ellipses. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would have been disappointed in us. It's not like we have much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you didn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place. I'll take one. I need to tell you what happened, after all, even though I'd rather not. Got anything to make that easier? I don't have a joke this time. I hope you'll forgive me. Don't worry, there's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. Maybe I could get you something else to make the words flow easier? Alright, so we need charisma. Wow, I... Spoken hard it is. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. She didn't come back. I mean, in fairness though, they said that they couldn't bring the body back. So, curious as to why. Let's sip a tea real quick. Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. Did you stop him? No. Oh. Fudge! He was faster than us, somehow. Nellie and Bea drew us a map to the portal so we can get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home." He knew you were coming? Apparently, Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... calling it a realm of nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Voy. And Tia's light. We ran into the necromancer on the way back. Didn't even catch him before he got into Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we haven't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe they'd be a good distraction for him too, but the next man called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Boy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him and were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were well protected. The frost armor, it helped at first, kept the creature's sharp claws at bay, but whenever the necromancer got close to one of us, he cast some sort of modified fire spell thing. It melted our armor and most of our defenses. At least we were fast enough to avoid most of the attacks thrown at us. I guess I was right about the speed. Doesn't feel good though, without Tia here to hear my "I told you so." The fire must have been difficult for you, Dave. It was. I managed not to get caught in it. Until we pushed to the edge of the Twilight Chasm, back to the portal we had entered from. That's where we were heading to, back towards Gaia. The others had already been pushed out by the nightmare creatures, but I was still in its way. When his fire magic hit me in the chest, I stumbled backwards, falling into the jagged ground. I froze. I wish I hadn't, but fear took hold of me and I couldn't move. I lay there, charred, bleeding, terrified, and he just looked at me. I thought, this is it. It's over. I'm going to abandon Melly after all. And then, after what I felt like an eternity, he just walked away through the portal, left me there, alive. I scrambled after him, of course, after I regained my senses. I don't know why he spared me. Maybe he briefly remembered he has a fudging heart? Maybe. It doesn't matter, I guess. When I charged back into the fight, it looked even worse than it had moments ago. Every time a monster went down, he just brought them back up. We couldn't break through. Couldn't even get closer to him until Clay cut down 4 of them at once, and Tia was quick enough to take advantage of the opening. Suddenly she was face to face with that necromancer, fighting him one-on-one, right in the middle of the moon pools, under Cassiopeia's light. It's true, you know. You can see all the 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked peaceful if it hadn't been for all the blood. I tried to get her help, and I tried to get to her and help, but I couldn't. I kept getting swarmed. Tia's blood is gold. Did you know that? No, I wish I didn't now. Yeah, me too. I'll spare you the details. She fell and he struck her again and again, and she stayed down. And then he brought her back. Her body, that is. Tia wasn't there anymore. She would never have fought Clay willingly. I was trying to get to him, but she just wasn't letting me through. And I couldn't hurt her. She's my best friend. We kept trying to fight. kept trying to channel our anger into victory against him. But I couldn't stop thinking about who he was going to end up with empty eyes next. When I heard Clay scream after Tia cut through his shoulder, I had to do something. So I yelled out for all of us to run. Iniko pulled Voy away, clearing a path for us to escape. And I tried to pull Clay away from Tia, away from his death. He's much stronger than me, though. Ellipses. So I called out for Jade for help. For the record, I think we're cowards for leaving. But he would have beaten my ass if I had let Clay die. That was the right decision. You decided to save each other. He would have been proud of you. I don't know about that. Well, at least we're alive. Yeah, at least you are alive. Jade helped me pull Clay away from the fight, and we ran. We ran and we ran until Voy collapsed. And then we got back up. We made our way to your tavern. And now we're here. I'm glad you all made it back. But I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to leave? Why couldn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her. The dragons are neutral. The dragons are fudge! Sure are. The real fudge is the madman who, killed her. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. She would hate us, would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can get her back, at least we'd be able to bring her here, give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. We have stayed and fight, but we didn't. Thanks to you. But it is what it is, right? You say we can't go back, so we can't change anything? We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, we didn't change anything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. And what's the point of doing it if it doesn't save anyone? I can't feel her anymore. The bracelets, it's just empty. There's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like we had just done something different. We hadn't been so stubborn. I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think he, the necromancer, I think he heard everything. What you planned, I mean. How could that be even possible? After you left, I jacked the jack door near my window. I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What? Ellipses? How does that even happen? How did you even notice that? Not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault the plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. So there's nothing we could have done? That can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then he might as well give up. He has Ur's axe, he has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd known what to do is gone. And we don't have the magic greatsword either. You've got to be kidding me. What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Fudge! So, we're lost? It's over? Not yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up? That's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live. To get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Clay. No. I don't want to hear anything else from you. I didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern. Or maybe you did. Who knows? You were dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of us? Or any of this? I mean, of course I care. I can't afford to care. Sounds heartless. Of course I care. I care more than you could ever imagine. I just like to bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then? Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses. And I'm done pretending we'll make it through all this. Clay, please stay. Bye. Double ellipses. Triple ellipses. Can we get the fourth one? Well, fourth one plus. Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him? If I was him, I'd kill all of us. So, no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know. Something fast, maybe? Didn't help with the fight, but might help with my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. Something fast, huh? What do you got that's full of speed? You're gonna get one of the hot chocolates. What am I looking for? Yeah, this will work. Alright, so 3 shots of this. There we go, that's good. A little bit of intelligence. And that's a swift strike. Let's get a little charisma up in there. Now it's hot chocolate. Wow, I can't believe it. He is gone. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drink did she like? Defense all the way. Adds up. Uh-oh. This doesn't look so good. Achievement. What happened there? Wait, what happened there? Hit a sip of tea. So it just went all dark and black and then that's it? 34th of the Astral Moon, everybody. Act 4, The Wake. So wait, it just cuts and then we do the 4th chapter. Ellipses. Ellipses. Triple ellipses. Oh, we should go after Clay at some point. We'll need his help. We don't have time to let ourselves fall apart right now. Easy for you to say. You weren't there. Carolyn's right. Carolyn's right. We have to go. We have time to feel defeated once we're dead. Right now, all is not lost. Not yet. Sure, just a bit hard to buy this never give up budge right now. If you know how to salvage all this, feel free to share with the class. I'm serious. I won't even roll my eyes at any heroic speeches right now. Ellipses. Yeah, I figured. So what? You just want to give up? I don't know. Clay was right. It's getting pretty hard to see the point. That's exactly what got us into this mess to begin with. What? You're a failure? No. This fudge ambiance. I think you guys need to take a good hard look at reality. I don't like betting on losing horses. Of course not. Did enough pro bono today. How much will it cost you to get you interested again? Oh, you can fudge right off. Ulissa. What's up, Dave? Think this through. What would you even do? Where would you go? Don't patronize me for trying to save myself. Dave's right. There won't be anywhere to go soon. I don't want to hear it, Innkeeper. What do you even know? All you do is sit there and watch everything fall apart around you. You don't dare lecture me on this. I don't think that's very fair of you to say. You really want to talk about fair? Must be easy, huh? All up on your high horse watching us struggle every day. And all you can do is spare some half-assed commentary and a few pleasantries. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you mercenaries cared so much. Well, I got there in the end. Did you? Should have figured. Explains why that bird spying on us all this time was just a footnote for you. Hey. You always go on and on about your responsibility as an innkeeper. How it's your duty to serve anyone that just walks through these doors. If that necromancer fudger walked in here, would you offer him an ear and listen to his story? Would you serve Ilithia's murderer a drink with the same smile like you do for us? Hey, maybe he'd even bring the corpse along. Good thing you already know what drink to serve her. Wow. Not wrong, but wow. That's cruel. Why are you defending them? You should be just as pissed as me. That elf is gone because they couldn't get over their own ego, right? For all we know, Fable could be dead in a ditch somewhere. We wouldn't know. My drinks aren't miracle tinctures. They can't move mountains. But they can provide the edge between life and death, couldn't they? And you decided to refuse them that help because you were petty. Not like it matters now. Don't talk like Fable's already dead. Maybe you should have thought harder before letting Fable walk away like that. What happened to believing in them? If there's even a chance they might come back, I'll keep these tavern doors open. Good to know you seem to have somewhat of a heart. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know what else you want me to say. Just try to say something that doesn't make it sound like you're already given up. Like you didn't give up the moment things turned rough in the chasm? That was different. People were dying. A lot of people will die soon because we ran. So unless you have some big idea how we should fix this world... Oh, I know. You can just set up another hit, Dave. That way someone else can take care of your problems again. It won't be me this time. Innkeeper, Carolyn. It's been real. Or not. But risking Clay's temper seems more meaningful than sitting here, so goodbye. Well, this is going to hell in a handbasket. Double ellipses. She does have a point, doesn't she? I don't know what to do anymore. On the way back from the Highlands, I was thinking. I could just go see my family, but would I even reach them before the sun sets for the last time? I could have tried. Instead, I'm here. Not sure why. There must be something left to do. Maybe we have the element of surprise. With your sword, we might... No. This sword can't save the world, and neither can I. Double ellipses. And we fade to black. And we fade back in. Now it's evening time. Ellipses with exclamation point. Holy sh! It's Fable. What happened to your face? Am I seeing things? Fable. Hello, everyone. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome back. Back. Somebody, pinch me. Ow. I said pinch, not punch, Carolyn. That wasn't a punch. I'll show you. Wait, it's really me. Even though I do look a little different. Is it weird? No, it suits you. Looks badass, Elfie. Thanks. I like it too. The hell happened? What's going on? Wait, hold up. Horns? Horns? The scales? Okay, something... What? I like the horns. They look very, horny. Nope, that sounds wrong. Let me try again. Take your time. They're very pretty, beautiful, effervescent. You need one of your own drinks, innkeeper? Well, what I really want to say is... Why do we shift a little? I'm glad you're okay, Fable. Ellipses. And I'm happy you're back. I'm really happy to see you as well, innkeeper. There's so much for us to talk about. Wait, for that, First and foremost, I want to say that I'm truly sorry. I should never refuse to make you a drink. No matter what insecurities I was dealing with, I should never let them get in the way of keeping you safe. I made it back, didn't I? And thank the dragons for that. But I still ended up acting like a giant hypocrite. None of my encouragement was ever given in falsehood, yet learning to trust in the abilities I knew you had. It was hard to trust in you while the worry for your well-being was eating me whole. The worry of losing a friend. Oh. Don't you mean a regular? No, you're my friend. If you'll still have me. You know, I thought a lot about our last conversation. I was upset at first, but most of all, I was afraid. Afraid that we'll never talk again. I didn't even know if I ever wanted to come back to this tavern. Maybe for me, from a few weeks ago, would have just stayed away, but you're important to me too, innkeeper. And I wanted to be brave for the both of us. So I came back to hear you out. And I'm happy I did. And we shift again. Glad you're both finally able to resolve this. That conversation must have really eaten into your word count for the day, innkeeper. Worth it. But yes, you have to carry me from here out, Dave. I'll try my best. Oh, right. Guys, we don't have time to chat. There's this necromancer that stole Ulr's axe. I don't know who he is or what he wants to do with it, but we have to stop him. Yeah, about that. Why are you guys looking at me like that? Might be good to get everyone up to speed. You go first, Fable. You got us at edge of your seats. Well, as you know, I was searching for Melly around the portal to the Twilight Chasm. I couldn't find any clues, not with the devastation left behind after the flood. And then a thought struck me. What if Melly was pulled into the portal by the waves? That would have been a nightmare, literally. And even I could swear I saw the shadows around the portals moving. Or the fact that the entrance to the plane was called the Nightmare Realm. I couldn't just abandon my friend, so I went through the portal. How did that go for you? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. The distorted landscape, the giant, gnarly creatures roaming around. My heart was beating out of its chest. All my blood was in my ears again. Eventually, I found an alcove and gave me some shelter, but I couldn't stop freaking out. In my blind panic, I've run so far away from where I entered. That the chance of finding any traces of Melly was almost zero. So, what did you do next? I must have fallen asleep. What? Excuse me? Well, all that running and worrying got me so exhausted, I must have just passed out. It was weird, falling asleep in such a strange place. I couldn't remember any dreams afterwards, just a sense of disquiet and unease. But when I woke up, the Twilight Chasm looked different to me. It didn't scare me so much anymore. Moreover, I felt almost melancholic as I regarded its deep purple horizons. And suddenly, close to my archive where spiky mountains split the sky, I saw the entrance to the tunnels that hadn't been there before. My curiosity got the better of me and I ventured inside. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the walls. And soon the tunnel widened into a huge cave. And I mean it was huge. Gigantic. I wasn't even able to see the ceiling anymore. Turns out, somehow I stumbled upon the Twilight Chasm into the center of the plane, not the dragon, but in front of me was the sleeping form of the Elder Dragon themselves, looking more awake than they should have been. I can only guess that the water covering the floor must have roused them. Flood had even managed to reach Ur's cavern. You mean the dragon that, if woken too early, will bring about the end of everything he was awake? Yes. Great. Another apocalypse. Do we get double points for our combo? Wait. I haven't finished my tale yet. First, a drink of tea. But you're right. It didn't look good, especially when the necromancer appeared. What? I hid behind a formation of stalagmites as soon as I noticed him. Something about his presence and armor seemed off. He was followed by a couple of undead creatures dressed in farming clothes. I was still debating whether to reveal myself or not when he began to cast a strange spell. A green mist started to coalesce around Ur's head. Then, their eyes flew fully open. I was stunned when I saw their gaze. Their presence had suddenly become stifling. Whatever strange visions the mist revealed seemed to enrage them. Their roar must have shaken the whole plane, and that explains the shaking. But while was distracted, Nextner tried to retrieve the fabled axe wrapped in their tail. It was a gut feeling. I couldn't let him just take that axe. I had to stop him. But as he took hold of the large weapon, he turned to look right at me. My legs felt like glue. I was shaking so bad it was hard to draw a breath. I knew at that moment I should try to fight him. I would die. It was by pure luck that, in a moment, shook off the mist and lunged for the intruder. The undead creatures used their bodies to shield him, shattering upon impact with Ur's claws. While the Mechmare cast the same mist spell again, the spell connected with ease, giving him the precious seconds he needed to escape. For a while, nothing happened. There was just silence. I think desperation made me brave, or blind to consequences, but I could not hesitate any longer. If that necromancer was to use the axe for evil while I had the chance to stop him and didn't. So I abandoned my hiding spot and ran towards begging them for help. You just asked the Elder Dragon for help. Yes, he seemed like my only option at the time. How did they answer? With a riddle. It went something like this. Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky. It blessed the oldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, an immortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing you find. What, my little mortal, do I seek? That's easy, I already figured it out. I always loved riddles. Can't relate. I appreciate their lyricism. To be honest, I could barely think past all the emotions whirring inside of me. And so I just said the first thing on my mind. So I told them how much I didn't want to answer a riddle just then. Saving people shouldn't depend upon getting a riddle right. And if wanted something in the first place, maybe he should speak in riddles. And communicate it clearly instead. Wow. You said that to their face. I got caught up in the moment. It seemed to surprise them, judging by the rumbling chuckle they let out. Eventually, told me that they wanted to do was fall back asleep again. So I pulled out my lute and played the Elder Dragon, a lullaby. Huh? Just as I could see their eyes starting to droop, they lifted one gigantic talon to my forehead. A strange heat ran through my body and a floating orb of blinding blue fire appeared in front of me. It was so warm and kind. It tickled my nose, and when I couldn't hold it in my laughter any longer, I accidentally ate it? Before I could panic about wasting Ur's gift, their gaze let me know that everything was fine. That flame would stay with me from then on, and that this strength was their boon to me, to this world. The makeover was included, I guess. And that's all there is to it, really. I think that's plenty. That's astonishing. It's not like I did anything special. Anyone in my position would have done the same. No, I think this has Fable written all over it. I did forget to bring a cool trinket back for you. I think you brought back something a lot more important. Hope. Oh? Elfie, are you saying you can actually produce dragon fire now? I think so. I practiced recreating the orb on the way here, but I still have a long way to go. I feel like I'm missing some context here. Later. I need to go at Rhea right now. That was fast. Friendly fire, huh? I can't blame him. Speak of the devil. I heard you might have some dragon fire from me, sword. Good to see you back in one piece, Fable. Good to be back in one piece. So, what's the situation? Is there a new plan? Yes. Maybe. We'll need to figure out the details. Hello, lady. Ula-san, how's it going? Alright, let's see here. Shout out at... There we go. Boop. What you been up to? Oh, you're playing some Honkai Star Rail? Hope you had fun with that. Oh, gives me a time to stretch the neck. I've been sitting here stripped way too long. Getting way too deep into the story of this. So thank you for that. I needed it. It's good. Hate to raid and run, but gotta go bed and be responsible. No. Take care of yourself. You need to raid and run, go do so. Thank you, Raiden, for joining in. If you got a raid and run as well, food, potty, all that other stuff, go do so. We'll take this moment to just take a small stretch of the neck. Stretch the hands overhead. Unshrimp the back. And just move around a little bit. But yeah, we're about elbow deep, if not a little further, into the story of Tavern Talk. We are pretty much nearing the end of it, and we are just starting to get over the entire everything is lost and all is gone aspect. It took a few hard hits to the emotions, and I'm still reeling over a couple of things that happened. But a good thing has happened that has brought light to everything, so we're going to see how this develops. Get a sip of tea real quick. But it's fair to say we've been given another shot. Right. If there any smithing to be done, you know I'm with ye. How long do you think you need to reforge that sword? With the blueprint from the Highlands, it'll go a lot quicker. I'm confident I'll be able to make a darn fine sword. It'll be easy. It'll be ready before sunrise. Got no time to waste. Right. I'd still really like to know what we can't waste time on. Let's discuss this with the others. Millie is a lot better at explaining this kind of stuff. She's safe? Yes, she's safe. Inky, I trust you have some quest locked and loaded for us the top of the morning? Of course. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, Inkeep. So, wow, it was an emotional day. Ellipses. Rest well, everyone. New quest time. Well, not like I have much of options. Flight of hopes and dreams. All might seem lost, but the fight is not over yet. Quasar can still be stopped at the aperture. He's in the possession of a draconic weapon, but so are we. Thanks to Fable and their newly obtained Dragonfire, we're able to forge a weapon to withstand his evil powers. So yeah, looks like the final quest. So we are at endgame, everybody. And end of day. Feed and do, sweep up. Blow our candle out. And Act 4, The Wake. Chapter 24. House of Hope. The 35th of the Astral Moon. Alright, everyone. Let us start the day. Do we have a full table? Nope, just 3. Good morning. Good morning. You don't know how refreshing it is to see you 3 all together again. Likewise. Did you rest well? Not much, but well. We wanted to spend the whole night playing with Rayo while we worked on the sword, but Una forced us to sleep. She's always valued nap time. Innkeeper, I observed you put up the quest for us. I did. And you even thought about defending the roots? Very smart, Innkeeper, very smart. I assume you means you all did too, huh? Of course we did. We made plans and backup plans and teams and everything. What kind of teams did you join? What kind of team did you join? Cable's going to fight the big bad necromancer guy with the cool new dragon powers. And we'll be making sure the zombies don't eat people. Together with Bea and Archie, we'll evacuate the capital and Zenith too. There shouldn't be any people around when his undead armies arrive. Other than our extermination team, obviously. That seems reasonable. With Bea's help, we should go quite quickly. Right? First, we wanted to ask her to teleport Team Cool Sword to the aperture, but Bea said she can't talk to the trees in the Forbidden Valley. They're too weird. Too weird for Bea? That must be some strange trees. Yeah, I really wanted to see them, but it's too dangerous, so I'll just wait until I'm older. Archie's going to help us convince the people in charge about the approaching danger. I'll help with providing good arguments and keeping things organized. And Dave will lead our group and scout out escape routes. And after that, you're staying behind for the battle, Dave? No, I'm staying with Melly. I'll bring everyone to safety and protect them there. Not out for revenge? I trust my friends will deliver it for me. I do want the necromancer to be defeated. I don't want to leave Melly alone again ever anymore. So you want to stay out of it? I want to live. Oh. Plus, Melly would need an assistant. Couldn't ask for a better one. Agreed. Now, I know you didn't put up the quest for the evacuation, but could you get me a drink for the road? Something tasty to motivate me? We'll have to convince a lot of people we aren't gone mad. Sure. What joke are you willing to trade this time? None. I got something else for you. And what would that be? My real name. My real name. What? Huh? I'm all ears. Okay. Trading a name with a fae. This should be interesting. It's Neil. Neil Brumine. It's a stupid name, I know, but I think I'm done pretending to be someone else, so it's Neil it is. So we Dave still. We unlocked the last, we call it paragraph. I've been wondering for quite some time if their true name was as cool as all their aliases, but it suits him well. Solving a dispute with his parents and warming up to the people around him really did wonders. It's good to see they found their own voice again. So have we missed anybody? Or is that everybody with 3 paragraphs? Well, it's everybody but Quasar, but I don't think they count. I love it. Neil. It's cute. Can I give you a nickname? Neely? Nailchin? Nelly. Like Melly, but with an N. Neil is fine, I think. Neil, I think it suits you really well. Thank you, Fable. Such a nice name definitely earned you a drink. I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you for helping me be myself. I wouldn't have it any other day or way. I'll make sure Neil is just as charming as Zephyr or Malkite or John then. I appreciate it. Alright. So we want something with a whole lot of charm. Well, we got the Spoken Heart. Sunny Breeze it is. Actually, do I have anything that'll help? That'll work. There we go. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. And then just top it off with a little bit of speed. What am I missing? There you go. Sunny Breeze. Some additional charm. Not that you need it. This is delicious. Thank you. I hope this will make me more bearable to the townsfolk. I find you pleasantly bearable. Thanks. We're also a little biased. Innkeeper? Yes, Fable? I've been meaning to tell you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Without you pushing me to go on that werewolf quest, I would have gained the confidence to face You're one of the best friends I've ever had. Fable, I have a confession to make. Let me guess. You don't actually know how to make hot chocolate. Excuse you sideways, I did learn that. Hold up. There's a highlight. It's bothering me. Thank you. Actually, I recently learned how. Would you like one? You're trying to distract us. Yes, they are. But I'd still like one. I'll accept it when you're done telling us your secrets. I'll trade your confession for the chance to make me a hot chocolate. I see I've taught you well. Alright. Well, this is scarier than I thought it would be. I know, but you can do it. Well, that crazy necromancer. The truth is, I know him pretty well. He's my former best friend. Ellipses and pissed off look. Ellipses. Same look as always. That makes sense. It does. Well, I always knew they were hiding something. And when I saw the flowers on the necromancer's armor, it reminded me of the letter you refused to open. Yeah, that letter was something. So, you two were friends? We were in an adventuring party together. It was us and 4 others. Aquila, Argius, Cain, and Kaya. Oh, and it's been ages since I said their names out loud. We spent quite a few years together. What happened? Well, they died. Our friends, they... Remember the other necromancer you were researching, Melly? Obviously. Is he their reincarnation? Was I right? Not quite, but we fought her, Carabosa, a couple of times. She was obsessed with immortality and would do anything to get it. To us, it was a game. She'd do something horrible, we'd stop her goons, she'd get away. We got so used to it that we became careless and arrogant. We didn't quite realize how dangerous she really was. Thinking ourselves invincible, we were into our last fight unprepared. And my friends paid it with their lives. Fable, to be honest, I thought that was what would happen to you when you went into the Twilight Chasm. I thought he'd be the end of you. I see. I understand why you'd be scared. I just wish you would have told me. Yeah, me too. When we fought her, they all went down so quickly. Aquila got mind controlled and struck down Cain. Keo went down trying to heal Argius. We tried so hard to keep fighting despite it all, not to give up. And then suddenly, they were all gone. And it was only me and Quasar. Quasar? Is that his name? Yep. Quasar Dustbringer. Is that his real name? Yep. Jealous? A little. He grew up in the Order of Starlight. It was a different subsection from Tia's, but I guess Cassiopeia servants have a flair of dramatic names. We got along immediately. The Cassiopean Leviathan symmetry kicked in right away, I guess. You worship the Great Sea Serpent? Yeah. I'm not much of a cleric or a paladin type, though. I prefer more direct communication. Cool. We both had a lot of similar practices our party members found weird and off-putting. It was fun. But the other necromancer, Carabosa, That one. She died, right? So you defeated her after all? No, yes. Well, Quasar did. When I saw my friends were... I'm pretty sure it was over, that we'd lost. I was hopeless and scared, so I ran. I ran and I didn't stop until I was too far gone to turn back. Ellipses. I get that. Running's pretty easy when you're scared. And that must have been really scary. To lose your friends like that. It was, but I didn't do the right thing by leaving behind. I think it was okay to regret it, but I'm still glad you made it here. I wish I was less of a coward. You're working on that now. I'm trying. Suddenly, there was an explosion of intense magic for where I had escaped from. I'm pretty sure he used a soul shatter spell to defeat her. That sounds... shattering. Like something Hex would use. We stole it from a mad wizard back in the day. It was clearly too dangerous to be used, so we all agreed to keep the scroll safe and untouched. But he didn't. We didn't. We both wanted to study it, despite the warnings. And while the others were partying or getting into tavern brawls or petting were-owls, we studied a scroll that could rip souls asunder. I don't think either of us could ever planned on using it. We were young and curious. The alluring power of magic is a difficult one to ignore. I think when I escaped and he refused to run, with no other options left, he used it against her. And it shattered Kirabosa's soul. It clearly won him the fight, but it didn't bring them back. How have you never been heard about any of this? No. How have we never heard about any of this? You have, in a way. It happened 30 years ago? Yeah. I was wondering why he opened the first sigil 30 years ago and then waited so long for the others. I guess it was an accident. Open the portals, I mean. That's what it did, right? With her soul? Turned it into a portal? I think so, yeah. And now he wants to bring your friends back? We all can relate to that right now. There's nothing I would give to see them again, my old friends, and Tia too. But the past has already happened and I can't change it, no matter how much I want to. I want to honor the love they taught me, the way they changed me, and the life I still get to live. They're worth so much more than only remembering the worst things that ever happened to them. And I don't want to destroy myself any more than the cowardice already did. You are a little bit of a coward. You could have told us this at the beginning. I didn't want to be him, I guess. Nor did I want to choose sides. He's still my friend, even after all he's done. Even after he put on Kirabosa's armor and abandoned his oath, I guess no one wants to accept their friend has become someone unrecognizable to them. I'm sorry that happened to you. To the both of you. It feels good to finally say it out loud. Is that weird? Not at all. Do you think we can share this with the others? His name and his story, I mean. If you want to. I fear Lynn will crush me, though. I'll put a good word in for you. You hate me now? Of course not. You're our friend. Our occasionally stupid, shady, and sad friend, but our friend nonetheless. And Quasar is your friend. I also wouldn't know what to do if he had to fight against my friends. I like to think I wouldn't want to hurt them either. But you really do have to start taking your own advice. So I've heard. Thank you, Fable. Part of me still hopes he ends up surviving, honestly. I think Quasar you knew already died. I know. Do I get a hot chocolate now, or are we going to be sad for another hour? I'll get you a hot chocolate. Thank you for being patient. Oi. Hot chocolate it is. Alright, so what we got? Yeah, that'll work. Hit up with 2 of these. One of these. One of these. and one of these. Alright, what did I screw up on? What did I screw up on? One. Alright, that's already topped off. Okay. Here, Andu. I can't think straight. Chug this for me. Thank you. Alright, let's try this again. I've got the one there. I need two of this. Alright, so I need one of this. And then one of this. Alright, there's the hot chocolate. So I screwed up and added too much something else. Man, that's jarring still. Get a sip of tea real quick. Here, a hot chocolate. Quincy style. This is perfect. Thank you so much. No zombie shall stand a chance against my chocolatey vines. I have to go run through the garden now. See you in a bit. Good luck, Fable. I'll go with her. I'll check in with you guys after we're one. I'd like that. Once we're back, how about some cheesecake and dancing? That sounds lovely. Can we make some flour biscuits too? I'm very excited to try those. Be safe there. You too, Neil. It sounds better when you say it. Can't wait to hear it again. Thank you for sharing all that with us, Innkeep. I guess it was finally my turn to be honest. Do you think we'll win this? Yes, I believe in all of you. I know you'll stop him and save us all. Especially with you on the team. You're a really good cheerleader. I know. And even if you don't come back, I'm still glad I got to spend some time with you. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Me neither, Innkeeper. But don't say goodbye just yet. I'm still coming back to pick up this quest. I need to check in on the others first, though. I figured. Thank you for everything, Fable. I wouldn't have wished for a better person to share my adventures with. I'll be back in a bit. Be patient. I'll try my best. So how's this going to turn out? Well, it's nighttime now. Rhea, Kyle? Well, hello, Innkeeper. We have returned. Welcome back to my tavern. How are you two doing? Still clinging to those empty lines, are we? You can drop the act now, Innkeep. We all know you're not just a mere babbler after all. Who told you the good news? We met this lovely little girl on our way here. A really chatty kitlin. Maybe she has to overcompensate for a brooding older foster brother of hers. So you know about everything? About your history with the necromancer? For sure. Have to admit, everything makes a lot more sense now. I'm glad you came back. I think we all made some mistakes in our past. Some of us married an evil fudge. Others ran away because they were afraid. What counts is that what you do now, Innkeeper. For example, how to help us fix your fudging up from the 30 years ago. I see you've already put up a quest for us. Good. You're not going to fight alongside Lynn? Oh, fight? Who are we fighting? The undead army, you know, the one that's marching towards the capital. But who am I to blame them? Sounds like a wonderful stroll through nature. They're not strolling. They're eating away at the roots protecting the capital. And that's not very nice. You got that right. And that's where we're going to stop them. Very well, dear Rhea. And ye and your cape will be welcome additions to the team. There'll also be a few more adventurers accompanying us. Scully, Una, Jade, and Nico are going to join us in on the fun. Nico? Let's hope their chaotic ideas turn out well. They better. Saving this world and the capital from destruction sounds like a dangerous endeavor. Yeah, it is, actually. Just as I thought. I couldn't bear losing yet another person so close to me in my lifetime. I know that feeling all too well. Will you stop worrying before anything bad has yet to happen? That reminds me, did the sword turn out well? Heh! Excuse me for bragging, but it turned out spectacular. I was able to craft a flawless weapon, so deadly, yet beautiful. Kier's Baba really passed an astonishing sword onto her. With the Givier's opals and the blueprint these priests gave us. My best work to date. More than enough for the Orheart competition. And with the Dragonfire little Elfie acquired, it's also strong enough to withstand Uru's great axe. I already handed my masterpiece over to Kier. She's got to save the world first before I can win my competition. Are you sure you don't want to wield this sword yourself? Nah. I fought my fair share of undead. I know how to handle them. I'm better off at the capital, and the sword is better off in Kier's hands. It belonged to Rababa once, so naturally it's Kier's legacy. Well, there's one thing you could do. Craving one last drink, Rhea? You see right through me. Anything specific you have in mind for today? Just a drink that won't be my last. Mix up something to help return your tavern after all this fudge. Agreed. I would love to come back here with my dear Rhea just to reminisce. Very well, I have 2 items that could work. I can give you something to enhance your dexterity and intelligence, so you can easily predict and avoid the attacks. I'll top off the lotus flower for some extra draconic blessing. That'd be a drink purely offensive approach. What would the other drink do? That'd be the choice if you want something less violent. A drink that enhances your natural charisma as well as your defense. I'd also add some honey flower to make you extra persuasive. We'd be trying to collect some allies on the way, so we might need to do some convincing. An additional defense does sound like a good idea. But smashing the undead creatures' heads together sounds more like fun than talking to me. Not really much of a charmer, you know? Oh, I find you quite charming. Aw, shush. And we also have Lady Evelyn on our side. She definitely knows how to get a dead heart beating again. I'm speaking from my own experience here. Your ex-wife will be joining us? Absolutely. That's an unexpected turn of events. So she's okay? Of course she is. That's a relief. Did you two talk it out? We did. And while there's still a long way to go, we started to reconcile. I'll tell you all about it after we prevent a world calamity. I'm counting on you. I suppose we're having a powerful vampire cantress on our site isn't bad. But now, what about me drink? Have you decided on one? Nope. Both sound reasonable to me. I'll leave it up to ye. Charm or violence, which shall it be? You better choose wisely. Thank you, that's only mildly threatening. Alright, so I think I'm going to go the violence route. So it's either speed or charm. We're going to go speed with the horsing thing. So is that this one? Nope. There we go. Because that's speed and shield. So, I mean, hot chocolate. I mean, last whisper. What else do we have? I mean, swift strike. You know what? Everyone's gonna get a hot chocolate. So slap it up with 2 more of these. Okay, we got one of those, so a little bit of intelligence. And then a little bit of... There you go, hot chocolate. So that's gonna be the speed, the defense, speed, defense, and the punch infusion. Nope, we need to get that out. Nope. I fudged that. Alright, here you go, Andu. I should have went with the other thing first. Okay, so let's try that again from the top. Because for speed and that, I need a punch. Okay. So there's that. A little bit of this. And then 2 smackadoos of this. Nope, overshot. There you go, Andu. What do I got here? Do I not have a hot chocolate? What am I missing? 3, 1, 1, and 1. Okay. Hot chocolate? That's not the right thing. It has to be a recipe that fits. So what am I doing wrong? Oh, I'm a derp. I'm a derp. I'm a derp. I'm a derp. I have to... Okay, so I did want to go with speed over charisma, so I have to take that out. Nope. I'm a derp. I'm a derp. I'm a derp. Alright, let's start from scratch. Okay. So, not doing charisma, doing speed with the horse influence. So there's the horse. Oh, my brain is jello. Okay, so there's that. Is that the right icon? Speed, and then a little bit of charisma. Speed. Alright, so then the hot chocolate is not going to work. Last whisper it is then. That makes more sense. So there's that. Last whisper. Okay. Ugh. My brain has the jello. I think a more physical approach fits you better. And you're quite charming already. Yeah, that's what I thought. Time to smash some undead heads. May you return unharmed. Be careful, you're starting to sound like some random NPC again. Let's go, Kyle. And pick up your ex-wife. See you later. Until then, dear innkeeper. Stay safe, you two. There's Fable. Lynn. Oh, they got the quest. I'm back. And I see you brought Lynn with you. What a pleasant surprise. Good to see you too. We're taking this quest, if you couldn't tell. I guess as much. You're not going long, I hope? Of course not. We're just waiting for the others. Boy, Hex, and Grace will be joining us. We're keeping the team small because it'll probably be hard to get there. But I think Carolyn could probably defeat him all by himself anyway. Herself. I don't know. I think we'd work better on a team. I think we all work better when we don't have to go through terrifying experiences on our own. All part of the humanoid experience, I suppose. No philosophizing for a great quest, please. But I love my philosophizing. We know. Are you scared and excited? Yeah. Both. But it's not the worst combo. We're excited for an epic fight, and scared because we care about this world and each other. That seems like a good thing. I guess if I didn't care, I wouldn't feel so worried about all of you either. Good to be worried then, in a way. Though I could do without this feeling of ants running around in my stomach. Me too, but I'm glad you care. Would you say I care, Lynn? No. Okay, sorry. That new sword of yours, Lynn, does it have an appropriately epic name? I asked Rhea if that too. She told me to name it. And? Lynn panicked. Said, it's just a great sword, so now its name is Just a Great Sword. Very creative? Luckily, the most common translated name for Ur's Great is just a great axe. So Carolyn's fits right in with the naming convention. I knew that, of course. Of course. So you've got just a great sword, unexplored dragon powers, a quest. All that missing is a drink? A drink. It would be foolish of me to let you walk out of here without any help again. A little. I mean, you are a little bit of a fool either way. Neat. Don't think I'll just forget about whatever you and that Quasar guy got going on. We'll for sure be talking about that once we stopped him. That's fair. Are you mad at me? No. Guess we all have people we're scared to talk about. But you're right. The past always comes back to haunt us, whether werewolf or necromancer. I can handle the past, as long as you guys promise to haunt me for a long while too. We'll give it our best. So, Fable, what drink should we get you? Well, I think it should play to my strengths. I'm not sure which ones I should focus on. On one hand, dexterity will make me swifter with a bow, and it always helps to be fast and evasive. On the other hand, Voy has been teaching me how to combine magic and music to support people. I think a power pep talk or a healing word can go a long way, so charisma could work too. Innkeeper, I'll leave the choice up to you. I don't think we're a right or wrong answer. I like both these sides of myself. Just make sure your favorite charisma drink or your favorite dexterity drink. My favorite drink for my favorite customer. Coming right up. Let's see here. So do you want them doing bow or support? I think support might actually be the better idea. So charisma it is. All right, what can we slap them with charisma? Boom, 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 boom. 1,000 wins. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. All right, what do we got that has charisma and a little bit of extra funness? Anything else? I don't need brains. Don't need attack. Nope, this would be best. All right, so smack it up with 2 things of charisma. 2. Got a little bit of speed already. Let's fill it up with 2 things of defense. And that should be our 1,000 wins. I think it's time to hone those musical and magical talents of yours. After all, your charisma is what convinced Ur to help us. Maybe you can inspire Taut too. Maybe. Will you put in a good word with Leviathan for me too? I already have. Thank you. Once I get back, I'll be working on that jingle immediately. I can't wait. So, does your ex-paladin have any weaknesses? That seems stupid. He's very devoted. Not arrogant. He's very devoted. He'll do anything to get what he wants. He'll do anything for them. To make him reckless and easy to manipulate. Oh, that'll make him reckless. He'll sacrifice them before he'll give them up. I hope you'll go in more clear-headed. We'll try. Either way, best of luck. Thank you. Hope you don't mind me kicking your friend's ass. Tell him I sent you. You know what? With him being arrogant and using the past friends, I mean, I can understand his motivations, but it's like I said, time to move on. Tell him I sent you. Huh. I'll deliver your cutting words myself. Do you mind if we wait here for the others? Not at all. Grab yourself a table and some, I still don't have any snacks, actually. Don't worry. I brought biscuits. Well then, have some biscuits. I'll set up a table. Why don't you sell cookies? I was never really good at baking. Maybe you should. Nope, everyone's here. I can hear thunder in the background, so it must be getting stormy outside. So hopefully we're near or close before it gets any too bad outside. Let's see here. Ellipses. Ellipses. More ellipses. You can finally breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. The face and the muscle have arrived. You're all saved. Hooray. Okay, I was trying to make it less awkward and I see I made it worse. It's okay, boy. Some situations call for a bit of awkwardness. I am... Care, innkeeper, I am sorry. I forgive you. Just like that. Just like that. Thank you. Yeah, Clay, listen, I'm sorry too. You needed us and we... There's nothing you could have done. I needed some time alone to be miserable. Thank you for still being here for me when I came back. Anytime, bud. How you feeling? Not the best. I miss her. A lot. Me too. She's... I know. And I feel powerless without her here. But Dave was right. She would have hated if we gave up now. I don't want to abandon the world she loves so much. We have to try and save it. It's Neil now, I think. But yeah, I think we owe it to her to try. And she deserves a proper ending too. Not to feign it's some sort of puppet of his. You're always looking out for her. I know she really appreciated that. And you're always looking out for us. I'm sorry I got so angry about that bird. We're all trying our best. No, you're right. I should do better. Let's try to do better. Together. I like that. Good job, you three. That wasn't so hard now, was it? It was very hard. But it was worth it. Thanks for dragging me here, boy. You got it. I heard you were joining too, boy? Of course I am. What would everyone do without my priceless encouragement and skillful illusions? Plus, I'm dying to hurl the worst insults known to dragonkind at that man. Don't hold it back on my account. Would you like a drink to help you with that? Nah, I've got this covered this time. Can't wait to hear your epic battle ballad afterwards. Oh, you will. Could I have a drink? I think I could use a little something. Like some defense, maybe. I don't know how else I would handle this without Tia. I'll try my best to mix up some liquid support. And you know what? Steel tonic it is. And we'll throw in... Yep. Throw that in. So 2 shots of the steel. Okay, a little bit of fight. And then just a little bit of speed to round it out. 1 steel tonic. It's not quite Etheria, but it's as much defense as I can give you. Thank you. This reminds me of her in the best way possible. I really needed that. Feeling a bit better? Lots, actually. Coolio. Just missing the 2 wizards now. We should wait for them with Fable. And with Fable's biscuits. There's biscuits? And he's off. I'm glad they picked up snack duty. Me too. Glad you're okay, big guy. Thank you. Now come on, before Voice starts his inevitable grand speech without us. Did someone say speech? Nope. This way. I'll miss this. Maybe we should start offering food. No. And it would go crazy. Oh, there's one of the 2 wizard pair. There's the other one. The stars of the snow have finally arrived. Show, not snow. What the hell, Bray? Work with me here. But Voy's already here. I didn't think we can compete with that. Ah, come on. Don't kill my vibe. You spend too much time with Inako. Impossible. Are they also why you're late? We were busy doing research, okay? Turns out we have a little bit of a problem. You mean besides a crazy necromancer with a god complex and a god's weapon trying to kill death? Well, besides that, yeah. Wonderful. What is it now? Quasar needs to go through the astral portal and the aperture to reach Taut and do his crazy apocalypse thing. Yeah? We'll figure he'll be able to use the portal without issue because of Tia, or whatever's left of her. First, he has to get to the aperture somehow, of course. As a former paladin of Cassiopeia, getting to her portal shouldn't be a problem for him. That's what we thought, which is where our problem comes in. We know he's attempting it tonight, because of the transaction between the astral moon and the dying moon and all that jazz. Which means we also have to get there very fast. But teleporting to Forbidden Valley isn't exactly easy. Its weird natural magic makes it a hazard for any self-respecting wizard. You're basically guaranteed to teleport yourself into a tree. Ugh. Even Bea can't help. We're a bit stuck. Got any ideas? I'm good at teleporting drinks, not people, so not exactly. Grace, you've been awfully quiet. You have an idea? I do. You do? Yes. But I knew you'd say no, so I decided to pitch it to the innkeeper instead. Please go ahead. Remember those spells Hex found? Weren't exactly that many to remember. Can't wait to try out that soul-binding one. Don't. You'll risk your own soul. I meant the teleportation spell. The one that could teleport you anywhere? That one. The one that could kill you. I think I could use to teleport a small group right into the astral sea. Somewhere close to the portal so that they can find Quasar easily. That would be great. No, it wouldn't. Where's the catch? Well, Did you miss the part where it could kill you? With my modification, it has a whole 30% chance of succeeding without stripping me of my mana. That's a 70% chance of death. We don't have a lot of options. This isn't an option. We'll find something else. Another way. And with what time exactly? Hexagon? Fine, sure. I'll cast it then. Don't be silly. You're off at teleportation. Plus, it's more stable if the caster stays behind. And you're a much better fighter than I am. They'll need you at the aperture. And I need you alive. I won't be alive if we don't stop him. I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. Absolutely not. I will not let you sacrifice yourself for some useless heroics. Either I cast it or we don't do this at all. This is Grace's choice. Let her make it. She makes stupid choices sometimes. She's too good for this world and it'll kill her. So you rather shape her into something she's not? Don't you love her the way she love her the way she is? Ugh. More than anything, her heart is what makes her so special. Then let her keep it. If we want to save this world, this is the only way. What's the point of a world if it doesn't have you in it? Hex. That world without me that you fear so much, it will exist one day, no matter what we do today. But it doesn't exist right now. Yet you keep acting like it does. I'm just worried. You're so worried about the possibility of me being gone, you treat me like I'm already ghost. The time we have, it's so short. I know, I'm scared too. I don't want to die either. But I can't miss out on living, pretending I'm already dead. You have plenty of time to mourn me when I'm gone. Right now, I need you to love me. I'm so scared, Grace. I don't know what I'll do without you. You'll figure it out. You won't be alone, even when I'm gone. Not the same. I know, but let's focus on what we can do right now while we're still together. We can save this world, if you only let me live. I guess. I can't keep you in a glass case like some sort of spell scroll. Even though I'd come up with great riddles to trap you with. I'd solve them instantly. Heh, you would. You really want to do this? I can help. This is how I can help. You don't have to. I want to. Let her be your own person, Hex. She deserves this. You'll make it out of it. You'll make it out of this, okay? You have to promise me you'll make it out of this. I promise. And then we'll just have a tea party. So many of them. I love you, Gracie. I love you too, Hexy. Alright, I guess if anyone could handle casting a crazy powerful, probably cursed teleport spell, it's you. Or the innkeeper. I guess we're not volunteering. Unless you want to permanently be transformed into drinks, I can't help you. Good thing you got me then, to cast a spell and to keep you company afterwards. I'll stay behind to ensure the spell's stability and improve the chances of keeping my promise. Sounds lovely. Would you like to drink to assist you in this matter? No. I like to keep the destiny in my own hands today, but thank you. Let's do this then. Before I change mine and lock you in a tower. I'd like to see you try. Alright. Are you ready? Right as ever, be. You better keep her well hydrated while I'm gone, innkeeper. Will do. See you soon. You can count on that. Looks like everyone's ready to get going as well. So shush and let me concentrate. And flashbang! Well, she's still sitting. Ellipses. Double ellipses. Did it work? I don't know. I'm here. You're here. I don't know where the rest of them are at. I think so. They all disappeared. You might be one with the trees. We will never know. Phew. That was... Oh, dragons, that was close. I felt like my insides were being pulled out through my nose. But you made it. But we made it. Can't believe I got the greatest witch of our generation hanging out in my tavern. This is what the best innkeeper of our generation deserves. Speaking of which, can I get you a drink now? Something that'll make my brain feel like it's melting a little less. Of course, Grace. You can have as many drinks as you want. Do you think making endless drinks might distract us from worrying so much? It might. I'll consider then. Let's start with one. Let's. Alright, what are we doing? Something with intelligence. Bum. Let's have a silent owl. Alright, okay, what gives me double intelligence? Oh, there we go. Double intelligence, so we'll top it off with a third. Okay, and then we just need a little bit of speed. And then a double dash of some fight. There we go, silent owl. Emergency anti-brain melting liquid, just for you. Thank you. I think my synapses are putting themselves back together. And now, we wait. We wait. Thank you for keeping me company. Anytime. Oh, Quincy's back. Oh, hello. Hello there. I'm Quincy. Grace, nice to meet you. Likewise. What are you up to? Looks like a whole lot of worrying. Waiting mostly. Mind if I wait with you? No, not at all. Then let's wait together. So why did they fade in and out? Went black. Army of Friendship achievement. Alright. Act 4, The Wake. Chapter 25. Final Lullaby. First of the Dying Moon. And a big cockle-doo-doo-doo too. Well, the world's not over. Good morning, Grace. You're up early? Couldn't sleep? Not really. I kept waking up every hour or so. Eventually I just gave up, and I heard you moving around down here, so... I'm glad I accept your company while I clean. Thank you. Oh, they're back! We're back, innkeeper. Welcome back, adventurers. You're practically beaming, Fable. It's just the sun. Have you been outside today? The good weather seemed anti-heritable to me worrying. Mind if I set down my sword, or will that make you worry more? Please, feel free. Ooh, shiny. Hasn't asked, but your smile seemed to indicate there's good news to be told. It's safe to say that we have many more opportunities to try your drinks. And everyone made it back safe and sound? Yes. We're okay. Actually, Hex and Boy are outside safe and loud. Safe and loud. We should probably put a stop to their antics soon. Voy might explode for real if Hex keeps up his teasing. Innkeeper, I'll go. No need to wait any longer. Thank you. Someone has to go to poor Voy's rescue. Someone who's ready to give Hex a taste of his own medicine? Perhaps. For now, I just want to tackle my brother into a hug. I'm so glad to see you're all safe, everyone. Let's catch up later. I believe the victory drinks are in order. Perhaps later, when I've calmed down a bit more. Oh, excuse me. I'll wait until the feast. Feast? I think that's what people do after saving the world, no? We gotta celebrate. Don't say you're pulling out now, Innkeep. Excuse you? I'd appreciate a drink. Anything in particular you're craving? Something soft, please. Like a shield that protects you from the harm. Or a hug that makes you feel safe. Got it. So we want a soft hug. What do we have that's a soft hug? Cross the Lagoon. Yeah, first snow. We'll do a first snow. So slap it with 3 of these. One of these. I don't think I have enough room in here for one of those. Neat. Alright, so let's pour 1, 2 out. Alright, so I need 1 more of this. First snow. There we go. A mighty drink for a mighty good friend. And made by a mighty good innkeeper. This is just what he needed. Thanks. Alright. Maybe it's time for my story. It'll be the best one you heard from me yet. Our tale begins not so far from here, in the capital, the other group. They're safe, the roots and the people. Archie got the fancy diplomat friend to get help from the local government with the evacuation. Sounded like they got everyone out real quick. Then all that was left was kicking some undead butt. Kyle said they had a lot of help too, like he and the Countless Evelyn decimated a whole section of the undead army all by themselves. The Banshee and the Mary Morgan answered Bea's call and scared some of the skeletons to dust. A powerful wizard and a bunch of familiars and former familiars showed up with claws and fire at the ready. Even Neil's parents showed up with a group of retired adventurers from Borkham. Uncle Dragon came by and helped too, together with the werewolf settlement from the Ashen Grove. I was glad to hear the old fool still got some guts in him. Sounds eventful. But the team won? They won. Not to toot our own horn, but so did we. It was exhilarating, and also exhausting. Grace managed to teleport us exactly where we needed to go. The Astral Sea was unlike anything I've ever seen before. Tia had told me so much about it, but it didn't prepare me for how mesmerizing it was. On one side was the sprawling nebula of Cassiopeia, and on the other, a portal of swirling dark blood leading back to the aperture. Below our feet, the ancient blood of the first vampire stained a river of the Astral Sea a deep red. It could lead us directly to Quasar and an undead Tia. But the water was so deep, too deep for us to wade through. And there weren't exactly any boats around. So Clay called out to the sun-humpback whale for help. It showed up in a shower of stardust and allowed us to ride on its back. Once we got closer, we didn't have to wait very much longer before being bombarded by spells. I made sure to answer with my own volley of amazing arrows blazing with dragonfire. Still, the fight was tough. Having the sun whale there definitely helped, even though Quasar banished it whenever it got too close. Both Quasar and Taya barely gave us any time to breathe. Seeing her again, fighting for everything she used to despise, made me so angry. I let my fury guide me and managed to lead her away from Quasar. Her movements were less graceful and undead, and she looked like a The water of the astral sea was clinging to her legs. I don't know what it was at the end. Our voices calling out to her, being so close to Cassiopeia. But right before her weapon could swing down once more, instead of pain, I felt her healing magic. And she smiled. Aw. She managed to shake off Quasar's control to help her friends. Meanwhile, we were battling Quasar. I was leading the charge. I tried to draw his attention as much as I possible, while Fable, Hex, and Void supported me with spells. Hex kept Quasar from concentrating on any annoying spells for too long with a barrage of fireballs? You guessed it. Fable and Void really got into the groove. Don't know if I have had out for as long without their healings and buffs. Heck, I attended a concert of them performing as a duo. Eventually, the tide of battle started turning in our favor. While we each had our backup, Quasar was alone. He was starting to get real tired. That was our opportunity. I called on the flame deep inside me and I let several pillars of dragonfire cut off any escape routes. Impressive. I realized what Fable was trying to do. Suddenly all the doubt about worryingness that had been eating me during the fight disappeared. I wasn't doing this for honor or to gain the dragon's favor. Gory laughs in the face of legacy. Worthiness was never something that could be given to me. Oh, worthiness. It was something for me to grasp. All I had to do was walk forward and protect my people. And at that moment, I did. My slash struck true. Quasar looked neither enraged nor shocked, just tired. Then he dropped to the ground and stayed down. I felt a bit sad for him. I didn't. Quasar made his choices, whether we liked it or not. And we earned that victory. We did. All we could do was stare at the battlefield, barely realizing it was all over. Then we heard Clay crying. We turned to see him and Taya hugging as her body started to dissolve in bright speckles of starlight. Oh, that's fudged up, come on. Light eventually gathered in a bright sphere above our heads. Then, it steadily rose into the dark distance where it began brighter and brighter. She became a star. I couldn't believe it. My Tia became a star. And she won't be up there alone. Together, her and the sun whale will guide all who are lost through the night. Knowing that, it might give me the strength to live on this world as she would have wanted. Trust me. Oh, trust me. Even if it feels impossible, one day the sun will rise and the happiness she gave you will outweigh the grief. I look forward to that day, Innkeeper. His voice is just all over the place. I apologize. Ooh. Sip of tea real quick. Alright. Last my tea. Until then, I'll just keep trying. There are still so many wonders in this world. With her watching over me, I want to see them all. And one day, I might get her to tell her all about them. That sounds wonderful. I think all of us are a little better with her up there. Couldn't agree more. So that means everyone should be able to get here sometime soon? Huh? For the feast. Huh. Didn't think you actually agree. Well, I can't think of a better way to spend an evening than celebrating with all my friends. Maybe even tonight? Well, we'll see when everyone has their rest. We have time now, thanks to you all. I won't run out of drinks as long as you don't run out of stories. And you'll have to tell this epic tale a few more times before you'll grow tired of it. I like nothing more than that, Innkeeper. Party time. Who'd want some barbecue? Oh, okay, so that's it. That's credit time. Woo. So, yeah, that was Tavern Talk. Nope, there's the hug. There's Voy. So that was an interesting, we call it, little adventure. I kind of liked it. Oh, they got a little music going on. But yeah, that was an interesting little adventure. Oh, it's changing to nighttime now. Very interesting story. I felt like the Innkeeper was hiding something. Like they lived forever. They were apparently Fae, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I wasn't expecting the connection to the big bad directly, so that was an interesting twist. The fact that Tia is gone, though, I feel like that was just put in there to just do the pull at the heartstrings kind of thing. Like, oh, they have this wonderful friendship. Like, oh, I should have seen that being a red flag. But also, like, Neil and Melly had that kind of connection as well. And then Fable starting a connection. I honestly wasn't expecting the whole "you're not getting any drinks" Fable going on. That took me from the blue. The fact that they're a little dragon touch now was an interesting twitch as well. Overall, it's a pretty fun story. Pretty cool. I know a couple of the drinks I made mistakes on, and I know from some spots, it doesn't matter what you do. You know, some spots you're supposed to fail, some spots you're going to succeed either way. Oh, what do we got going on here? They're fitting Void with some clothing? Or at least getting measurements. Oh, it's got him in his invisible cape. Okay. Voice acting, Sarah Nightingale. Okay. But yeah, all that's pretty fun adventure. I really enjoyed it. Just, I don't know, the whole forced pull of the heartstrings always leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works well for that. You know, build up that whole bond, get all that going, and then yank it away from people and you get the emotions flowing. But I don't think it was really needed per se. I don't know. I'm not a story writer, so I don't know that. I was honestly half hoping for her to come back. But then again, too, that's like the whole point of it is deal with loss and find the power to move on. I think that was one of the big undertones. Oh, what's up here? He's taking notes. They're doing something. They're having their tea party. Fable and Neil's over there. This Bea. Are they all covered in flowers? In loving memory of Chrissy. Aw. I can't scroll this up or down, can I? I need to figure out what that was said about the drinks. Sticker Kickstarter backer. Oh, they have stickers as well? Huh. I got some fireworks going. So I guess it's their feast that they got going on for all them all. But I was shocked to see a couple of interesting intruders to the store, if you will. Honestly, Quincy was pretty cool. I don't know majority of their stuff. I've watched a couple of their stuff since the first appearance in here, and I really like their videos. I would highly suggest if you haven't seen them, go check them out. I was not expecting Scott or Polly to join in. That was a interesting twist. And then as of, I think today or earlier this week, they had the Among Us update. So that's why that buzzer and the little boogers flying around. So, I mean, cool that they're getting crossovers. So that's pretty nice. And, oh, they got a little toy house. There's Melly there. So yeah, I kind of like this. Oh, I didn't see them up there. I guess they're doing repairs to the place? Yeah, boards fixing up, doing that. Interesting. Can't click on anything. Oh, Bayo teleporting. And them at the front. Looks like hugging, traveling maybe? Huh. Oh, look, there are two stars. I get the sun and the star since there's no other stars. So, yeah, T is looking down at everyone. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, interesting little story. Makes me want to know if there's any other different endings or if anyone took any different paths. Because, no, again, you can change up the type of drinks they have. You know, the one or the other kind of deals. Oh, I did not see them over here. So it makes me wonder if they changes any bits of this story per se. Yeah, long list of individuals. Oh, there's Andu and the other one there. I'm just going to let this go because I'm curious to see what other little things play out here. We're also up at the V's, so it's almost done anyway. And everyone having a nice little party picnic. Oh, they're cuddling up, it looks like. That's cute. And now we're at silver. So we're going to speed this up. No. Hum. See, I've been trained by movies too much to go like, there's an after credit scene. There has to be an after credit scene, right? Oy. Really wish there was a way to speed it up. I really don't want to hit this button, but I wonder if we could watch the credits again. We'll say nice little inn though. Like the design and layout. Interesting little tower. I guess, you know, in here or, you know, bar down here, here, and then personal quarters. Oh, they're having a little barbecue. They're getting their music together. Oh, they're dancing. Neat. Okay, as much as I want to see the rest of this, I am getting a bit sleepy and the thunder is getting louder outside, so... So there is a DLC. And apparently there's also the Dreamwalker Tavern Talk stories. Let's see here. Credits. Is there a speed for the credits? No, it can't speed through it. Alright. Alright, back out. Trinkets. Alright, so we got the story. So we missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got both of those. 7. Okay, so I think these are the other choices we want to get. So we could have possibly gotten the axe beforehand? Interesting. Millions offboard, okay. Alright, what else can we look at real quick before we close up shop here? Red trinkets, guest book. Okay, so I guess this is all people that helped the game, supporters, devs, and stuff like that. Alright. Anything else? Wanted wall. And I'm gonna assume these are people that either helped the game or whatnot. Try to steal Andu's 28 fudging times. Oh, okay, so these are... Alright. Well, if you're on this wanted wall or the signboard or anything like that, congrats to you. Let's see here. How long does this go? Not that fast. Oh, there we go. Wanted, mint leaf. Got drunk and started to remove the doors from the cabinets, the bathrooms, and the front door before the screwdriver was taken away. Oh, that's a very interesting thing to be wanted for. So, yeah, that was Tavern Talk. Fun, quirky, cute, and adorable. I loved it. Alright, well, I want to thank you all for hanging out, and thank Lady Awoo-san for the raid. You guys are amazing. You guys are wonderful. I'll catch you all next time. Be safe, have fun, and behave yourselves. Good night.